Developing a piece of architecture takes on many directions and how you put these together. A lot of it can deal with just the materials itself. It deals with location, obviously. It deals with planning, the environment. There's a lot of things that bring it together, but the basics for architecture starts with what's called the floor plan. And that's what, when you're looking down on your basic organization of the space of the piece of architecture, okay? And once you get a basic space started, you then move into what's called elevation views. And elevations look like this. Now this is, we're using an example, the Falling Water House by Frank Lloyd Wright. But just for a basic exercise, I'm going to take you through just the basics. You don't have to draw this, just the idea of basically how a piece of architecture works, okay? Yeah, first of all, you want to decide what's really important in the house. And for a lot of houses, it's maybe the main meeting area. And so that would be the living room. Okay, you start with circles, which is interesting. So you decide, well, I want to have a bedroom over here, let's say. I want to connect a bedroom. And we'll just abbreviate it, bedroom, okay? And let's say you're going to do a 3-bedroom. So there's your bedroom, maybe what's called a master bedroom. Okay, maybe it's a little bigger. So you start with these basic shapes, these circular shapes, just getting the space relation. So you want the master bedroom connected to the living room area. You want the living room area connected to, let's say, a kitchen. You just put the circles out here, and you write in kitchen. Okay, and then you have, okay, you want this connected, and you decide, well, I want 2 more bedrooms. So let's say we'll put 2 bedrooms up here, this way. Okay, can I connect these? And you want these all connected to, let's say, a main hallway. So you start, so basically developing a piece of architecture takes on bedroom 2, bedroom 3, okay? These basic space relationships. This is your hallway. You can design the foot pattern where you want, this is the doors through here, living room, get the kitchen. We won't worry about the garage right now, but we got this basic shape. Well, then once you get the basic shape, this idea of space called space relationship, how I want people to move through this. I want them to have access to the hallway, this large living room area. Then one area that becomes real important is your location of the environment. And let's say you're near, maybe there's a big tree out front, okay? And you can draw these, looking down on it. This is sort of like what happens when you sort of make a tree look like from the top view, okay? And again, this is sort of a really interesting architectural style. But because you've got this really interesting trees or landscaping or a view, let's say you might want to put glass in this living space. This could be your glass area. So you start connecting what these things are. And say maybe for the kitchen, you want a nice big window here. You start designing visually how you're going to connect with the environment. So you got an outside area, you got the kitchen, and then you just start putting these spatial relationships together a little more. Make the bedroom here a little bigger. You get there's some details that come into play, things like the bathroom, okay? You get into details that deal with, the tub, we call the water closet. There's the toilet, there's the shower. You get involved in a lot of things that you can actually do just with a basic sketch. And this basic sketch then starts to outline the basic structure of the house and living condition, okay? Again, space relationships, everything, but it starts with these circles, this idea. Then you can start actually throwing in some walls and then like that. And of course, then maybe you got the backyard, more landscaping, maybe a pool, whatever. So you've got all these, anyway, this basic idea, just get the sketch started. So what we're going to do, we're not going to do this. You don't need to draw that. I just wanted you to have a basic idea. Oh, then once you get the basic floor plan done, then you develop things what's called an exterior or exterior views. And you would actually sort of run these lines down like this to a, let's see this, to where you can actually see what this looks like from what's called an elevation view. So the elevation view is if I'm looking at this. Let's see here. So I've got my sort of my floor plan. This is called a floor plan. Okay. And architecture, what's also interesting, you start writing things out. You start labeling things. You know, you put things in, make notations. Okay. So once you've got your basic floor plan, then you want to do what's an elevation view. And this basically, you're taking this floor plan, you're tilting it towards you so you can see what it looks like from the street, let's say. So we run these lines down like this. We've got this. We've got the tree here. And these are trees. Okay. We've got this glass area behind us, which is the living room. Like this. This becomes our kitchen back there. But we don't necessarily see that wall. We just see the outside. So let's say maybe this is a piece of glass that carries its way through for our living condition. And let's say we got this wall here. We've got a big viewing, let's see, here's our cabinet for the kitchen, let's say, and then you can put a big window in front of your kitchen. This is our ground line, let's say. You got a little bit of a slope to it. Makes it interesting. Sketching the trees. And of course you got to decide what kind of roof you've got. And this is sort of a modern house. Let's put a roof in like this. So what happens is, there's the back of the bedroom back in here. So what you're doing, you're basically putting in, this is the front. So this would be the front elevation. You're looking at the front of the structure. So this is just the basic thing. You don't have to draw this because we're going to draw Frank Lloyd Wright's version of his waterfall house. But I wanted you to have the basics for just understanding that when you do a piece of architecture, you do have the space relationships. Then you can start looking at putting in walls, okay? And then once you have sort of the walls figured out, then you can actually sort of, you take these lines down and now you can develop the elevation view. The elevation view is based off, again, your floor plan, okay? Again, that's just the basics. No need to draw that because we're going to draw the Falling Water house next.